Ayahuasca is a mystery. But if you think about it, it's very difficult to to understand really, or to listen to really what could be ayahuasca without taking it. It's like speaking of music being without ears, So you can speak about sound. If you get to drink ayahuasca, you understand better. But the best way to understand what is ayahuasca is to drink it. But now that it is said, ayahuasca is natural medicine, actually. Let's say what the indigenous says. Their knowledge is natural science using plants. Plants were before men on this planet. Plants have spirits from the indigenous point of view. And some plants, are here to exchange with humans. Maybe heal them, give them information, and on the other hand, they will use them, but also protect them and deal with the nature. To unlock, the relation with nature. Maybe you don't need that key, but I feel we don't. We're looking at the end of the universe to see if there is alien form or other intelligence we can communicate. But in fact, in our garden, the plants, and around that there is many other species that we don't see or you don't consider capable of having a conversation. But as soon as you take ayahuasca, you can have a conversation with the realm of the spirits of nature, of spirits of the plants. They call that a plant's teacher as well. That means that they will tell you things on you, how you behave, heal you, And among ayahuasca, what's important to know, it's not only ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a key, It's a name of a vine, but the preparation is a combination of two plants, with chacruna. One gives the vision, the other one gives the drunkenness, the state, the fragility state where you are, and the vision. So you'll be, with these two plants, then you enter in that realm. But in the traditional way, it's very interesting to know that the master plants, the really medicinal master plants, the knowledge coming from other plants that you diet. It's why you enter in a certain state, you isolate into nature, you eat certain elements and not other, you kind of purify yourself, and you drink every day an amount of that plant. And the ayahuasca connects you at this world of this plant, and there is many plants. So in fact, if you enter the room at the first time you drink ayahuasca, but then you start to diet plants, and because they have different purpose, and that's all the indigenous knowledge is based on that. And to learn, so what is ayahuasca, to learn what is ayahuasca, and to learn the medicine, you have to diet. It's the only knowledge that you're not learning by discussion or by, like somebody explained. You have just had to have somebody, a maestro, good healer, traditional healer, that opens you the diet with a song. That's mysterious, but that's the way which is in fact the ability to connect you through the realm of ayahuasca and the good part of the energy of the plant and the realm of the plant. And then you go on your diet, and during the diet, the plant will teach you things, how to heal people, they will teach you things on you, and that will heal you. And it's certainly maybe the unique manner to study something by dieting, that's by the plant itself with a teacher. So it's a doctor. So ultimately, what is ayahuasca is a doctor from another species. But you have to know the root of this, because otherwise it could be always a doctor. He also could manifest everything you are. So in a certain way it makes you grow fast. But if you're growing in a bad direction, it will make you, maybe grow in that direction, because it's your choice, having power, things like that. So it's very important to be guided and make good diet and be guided by a healer who knows when you're going, beginning big. He knows the songs will always put you kind of in the center, like if you put a stick for a tree, at the good part, you know, will help you to grow in a good way and heal you. Because, you know, there is a lot of mystics around ayahuasca. There is a lot of, you know, it's not religious, huh? It's a medicine, but there is many things around. And in the end, it's very simple. You should look at that as a natural medicine, you know, and it's not for everyone. You know, like anything, you know, there is some people who will be well connected to this medicine, you know. They just have to hear maybe the songs or to discover, you know, your film, and they will feel it. And there is others who would maybe say, okay, I understand the power of this medicine, but it's not for me. I don't want to take, you know, something suddenly gets in the deepest of myself, you know, because you have the feeling not to be alone when you have drunk ayahuasca. You have to be you and the ayahuasca. You know, it's not a glass of wine. So it's a strong experience. It's a very strong experience. That could be good for people who sometimes are strong head. You know, I'm a filmmaker with a strong head. You know, more drawn into the materialistic realm and questioning, and you know, so to open up, I needed a hammer. And what I describe is a slash of a hammer. Good one, huh? You know, just to put you right, to open, to break the armor. So we can say in many ways different thing on ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a tool for consciousness to be connected with nature. It's a traditional medicine, you know. Me, I always more wanted to keep the kind of the universe of the indigenous. It's a medicine, you know. But in our country, we separate spiritual and medical, you know. It's like in a certain way, you know, you go to see the priest if you have a spiritual problem, you know, and you go to the doctor if you have a physical, or, I mean, if you have the other kind of problem. Here it's the same, you know. For the indigenous concept, you have, in the indigenous concept, you have like, you know, three things to make the human live well. You know, the psychology has to be right, you know. Psychology of the mind, where it's amigo. Psychology, then you have the soul, and then you have the body, physical body. But all that is interconnected. So for example, if you have a problem with psychology, you know, it will affect the others. So it's an integrate medicine that is not a religion, or, you know, but he uses some spiritual connection, but in order to be medical. In the indigenous world, there is no separation. You know, it's unified, let's say. We're human, we have a spiritual part, psychological part, body part. So it's something that works on this unity.